While it is easy to judge a book by its cover, what fans see daily on the live is often carefully curated. An entire team works together to choreograph the fun-filled morning events. Mark Consuelos joins his wife, Kelly Ripa, to turn out fabulous morning wake-ups with exciting twists and comical jabs. But what is Kelly like when she leaves the stage? Recently, Live with Kelly and Mark co-workers have confessed what it is like to work with the host, Kelly Ripa, behind the scenes. Kelly Ripa has outlasted several co-hosts. Undeniably, Kelly Ripa has worked on live since 2001, giving her co-workers plenty of time to figure out who she is on and off camera. Notably, she has outlasted several co-hosts: Regis Philbin, 2001 to 2011, Michael Strahan, 2012 to 2016, Ryan Seacrest, 2017 to 2023, and now her husband, Mark Consuelos, April 2023 present, works by her side. Both Mark and Kelly keep high energy with their job as co-hosts. Unmistakably, America adores the fun-loving couple. They even won a Daytime Emmy Award earlier this year. Seemingly, they're always joking, playing games, having friendly banter, and even sorting out marital woes during the show. But what is Kelly like offstage? Kelly Ripa gives kudos to her chief of staff. Furthermore, Kelly Ripa tries to give kudos to her staff frequently. Notably, she recently paid tribute to her assistant, Lauren Travaglione, on her birthday by posting a picture of her daughter, Lola Consuelos, embracing her. Likewise, Kelly told people that Lauren, who she calls her chief of staff, is a wonderful support. Kelly says, "She has picked me up off the floor physically and said, 'Put your lipstick on and go do the show.' But she also called her out on the show and jokingly mentioned she snatched her up right out of college before she could figure out there were better options elsewhere." When Mark Consuelos and Kelly put her on the spot, she waved frantically when Kelly joked she would give her airtime to be discovered. While they laugh about hiring their assistants for being pretty, both Mark and Kelly seem to appreciate them very much. And Lauren and Grant played along very well during the episode. Co-workers admit what it is like working with Kelly Ripa. However, when Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos aren't cracking jokes and trying viral challenges, what is it really like to work with Kelly when the cameras aren't rolling? Recently, some of her co-workers pulled back the curtain and opened up it not being all fun and games. Live producer Alyssa Shapiro-Hessler recalls there was a time when her daughter was sick and had a fever. She had gone to work but found out the situation escalated and her daughter began to have a seizure. Kelly, unaware, politely called to invite her to lunch, but Alyssa said, "I'm in an ambulance, actually going to the hospital. Devon's had a seizure." Instead of offering mild condolences for the shocking event, Alyssa says, and Kelly was like, "What hospital are you going to? I'll meet you there." But Alyssa Shapiro-Hessler wasn't the only co-worker to add their thoughts. Another Live with Kelly and Mark producer, Donna Bass, said, "Kelly sets that bar. She makes sure we have enough vacation." Further adding, "When her mom needs her, she rips down the Garden State Parkway and makes sure she's there for her mom. She holds that bar high and inspires us to do the same and gives us the freedom to let us know that we can." Mark Consuelos weighs in. Undoubtedly, Mark Consuelos may be a little biased, but he also has many great things to say about Kelly Ripa. According to E! News, he complimented her work ethic and knew that she was a dedicated employee. But after working together, his eyes are even more open, he adds. "But not until I had to do it every day. She works really, really, really hard." But he says off camera is a little different. He explains, "At home, we're very different." Mark confesses, "We're very relaxed. It's a very casual environment. We always say that when we go to work, we see each other looking really gussied up." She is a great person to work with. Seemingly, Kelly Ripa spreads sunshine everywhere she goes. While there may be a few scuffles here and there, she inherently tries to be professional and caring. Unmistakably, It is wonderful to hear from coworkers that Kelly is invested in them as people. She is supportive and tries to find ways to show her staff she cares. Admittedly, she sees people as family, not just colleagues. She says, "We are really the definition of a work family," further adding details about many of her female coworkers in a mom's tribute. "Our triumphs are group triumphs, and our tragedies are group tragedies. We're victorious together, but we also get down in the mud together. It's a special group of women who I treasure. They bond as moms and friends as they face challenges and joys." What do you think about how Kelly Ripa is described by her coworker? Do you think she is the same on and off camera? Are you enjoying seeing Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa run live? For over 2 decades, Kelly Ripa has been the sparkling centerpiece of Live, first alongside Regis Philbin, then Michael Strahan, Ryan Seacrest, and now her husband, Mark Consuelos. Fans watching at home see the polished, witty host who can glide from a heartfelt story to a playful jab at her co-host without missing a beat. But behind the cameras, in the buzzing hallways, dressing rooms, and production meetings, her co-workers have their own perspective on what it's truly like to work with her every day. Recently, several team members, producers, stage managers, hairstylists, and even fellow hosts opened up about their experiences. What they revealed painted a fascinating portrait of a woman who is equal parts firecracker, perfectionist, mentor, and occasional mischief maker. Morning energy. Kelly is the only person I know who walks into the building at 7 a.m. already fully caffeinated without touching coffee. One producer admitted with a laugh, she's bouncing down the hallway in sneakers and some oversized sweater, chatting with the security guard, and somehow still remembers what you told her about your kid's science fair 3 weeks ago. Her colleagues describe her as someone who treats the early morning call time as a social hour. While some staff are still rubbing sleep out of their eyes, Kelly is cracking jokes, reading out loud for the tabloids, and teasing wardrobe assistants about their fashion choices. She's exhausting in the best way, a stagehand added. The perfectionist sighed. Behind the playfulness, though, there's a meticulousness that surprised many who first joined the show. "Kelly's the hardest working person in the building, no question," said a senior producer. "People think she just shows up and talks, but she reads every note, double-checks facts, and is constantly pitching ideas. She has been known to give tough love when things aren't running smoothly." One crew member remembered a rehearsal where a prop was misplaced. "She didn't yell, but she gave that Kelly look, the one where her eyebrows arch and her lips purse. You immediately know you have 30 seconds to fix it." That intensity, however, isn't mean-spirited. "She cares because she wants the show to be good," explained a camera operator. "She knows millions of people are watching, and she refuses to let them down." Mischief in the studio. Of course, the mischievous side of Kelly Ripa is legendary. She's a prankster, her hairstylist confessed. One time she swapped out Mark's notes for a script from General Hospital just to see how long it would take him to notice on air. He started reading a line about a secret twin brother before realizing something was off. Another producer recalled Kelly sneaking into the control room during a commercial break, grabbing a headset, and pretending to give the director orders in an exaggerated British accent. "She lives to make people laugh," they said. "Sometimes it feels like we're working with a class clown, who also happens to be valedictorian." Generosity behind the scenes. What surprised many new employees, though, is how generous Kelly is with her time. She has been known to write personal notes for crew members' birthdays, drop off care packages if someone is sick, and even secretly cover travel expenses for a staffer going through a tough time. "During my first year, my dad passed away," one assistant producer shared. "Kelly came to the funeral, quietly sat in the back, and hugged me afterward like I was family. She didn't need to do that. But that's who she is." Her makeup artist noted that Ripa is also quick to hype others. If a wardrobe stylist puts together a great look, Kelly will make sure to shout them out on camera. She never hogs the spotlight. Her relationship with Mark Consuelos at work. with her husband Mark Consuelos now at the desk beside her. Coworkers admit the dynamic has shifted in fascinating ways. They fight like siblings, but then they'll hold hands during a commercial break, said one floor manager. It's like watching a rom-com live every morning. Producers reveal that Mark sometimes gets exasperated by Kelly's on-air detours. She'll go off on a tangent about her kids, and you can see Mark trying to rein her back in. But then she'll make a joke that cracks him up so badly he can't stay frustrated. Still, their connection brings a unique warmth to the studio. We're basically watching two people who really love each other and aren't afraid to bicker, one writer said. It makes our jobs easier because the chemistry is undeniable. The unexpected vulnerability. Despite her confidence, Kelly's co-workers insist she's not immune to nerves. She gets jittery before big interviews, revealed a booking producer. She paces, checks her cards 100 times, and asks, "Do I look okay? Is this question dumb?" It's shocking because she comes off so fearless. This vulnerability is something the crew admires. It reminds us that she's human, said her wardrobe assistant. She's not just this TV goddess. She's someone who worries about stumbling over words like the rest of us. Fan interactions. If there's one area where everyone agrees Kelly shines, it's with fans. She will never walk past someone without stopping to chat, said a stagehand who often works near the studio entrance. Even if she's running late, she'll make time to say hello, pose for photos, or joke about someone's outfit. Her coworkers sometimes tease her about it, especially when she disappears on the way to set. "Will radio, where's Kelly?" And someone will reply, "She's signing autographs for a family from Iowa." It's part of her charm. The bottom line. So, what is it really like working with Kelly Ripa? Her colleagues summed it up best. Unpredictable, hilarious, demanding, and deeply rewarding. It's never boring, said a longtime producer. You'll be laughing 1 minute, hustling the next, and then tearing up because she just said something that hit you in the heart. Another coworker described it as being strapped into a roller coaster run by someone who knows exactly when to speed up and when to slow down. At the end of the day, her team sees Kelly not just as their boss or co-star, but as the heartbeat of live. The truth is, this show wouldn't exist without her, one staffer said firmly. She's the glue, the spark, the mischief maker, and the mom of the whole operation. Working with her is like joining a family, one that laughs a lot, bickers sometimes, but always has your back. For the millions tuning in each morning, Kelly Ripa is a bright, witty presence who makes them feel like part of her inner circle. For her coworkers, she's that, and so much more. A whirlwind of energy, heart, and humor who makes every day unforgettable. And maybe that's the real secret of life. Behind the glitz of the cameras, it's Kelly herself who keeps the whole show alive.